Hello everyone and welcome to this video. If you've joined me before, welcome back, and if you're new to the channel or to these videos, welcome. I am Disney Collector 92, and in this video we're going to be looking at this book, Disney's Books of Maps, a guide to the magical worlds of Disney and Pixar. And we're going to be looking at a few films in here. Okay then, well let's go and take a look. So here is the book up close, and let's go and see the different films that we're going to be looking at today. Now we've already seen this book when looking at the Lion King's map, and today we're going to be looking at Peter Pan, Dumbo, Pinocchio, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, The Jungle Book, and Alice in Wonderland. So let's get straight in with Peter Pan. So the story of Peter Pan begins in the London nursery of Wendy, John and Michael Darling. The three children are visited by Peter Pan, who is looking for the shadow he has left behind. When he finds it, Wendy helps to sew it back on. In return, with the help of Tinker Bell, the fairy, and her magic dust, Peter Pan takes the children on a flight to Neverland, and it goes on with the rest of the story, which I won't dive in much into, but let's see what characters we have got in the Peter Pan story. So we've got Peter Pan, Tinker Bell, Captain Hook, Mr. Smee, Wendy Darling, John Darling, Michael Darling, and Nana. And we also have the Chief, Tiger Lily, the Crocodile, and the Lost Boys. And let's take a look of this map. So this map is of Neverland. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we can see. So we'll start off with the left hand side. So over here we have the Native Americans, where we have the Chief and Tiger Lily. Then we go over and we've got the mountains and hills, and we can see the crocodile in there, which is also known as TikTok. Here we have Hook tricks Tinkerbell into revealing the location of Peter Pan's hideout. So this is where the Lost Boys are, as you can see in the tree. And it says Peter rescues his friends Tiger Lily from Skull Rock by tricking Captain Hook with an echo. So there is Skull Rock. We have the mermaids. We have Tinkerbell, Peter Pan, Wendy, John and Michael, and they fly back to London. It's a shame we don't have London on here, and you can see the compass telling us where to go. And then we have the Jolly Roger, where Captain Hook and Mr. Smee are, and it says the pirates live aboard their ship, the Jolly Roger. So there is Neverland. Okay then, well let's get back and let's see the next film. So the next film is Dumbo. So as a train makes its way to the first circus show of many, a stork delivers a baby to Mrs. Jumbo the elephant. When the baby elephant sneezes, the other elephants notice his huge ears. A group of children ridicule him and give him the nickname Dumbo. When Mrs. Jumbo tries to stop someone from pulling Dumbo's big ears, she is captured and locked in a cage, and Dumbo becomes the circus joke. And again, it carries on with the rest of the story, and we're going to have a look at the characters. So we have Dumbo, Timothy Q. Mouse, Mrs. Jumbo, Casey Jr., Mr. Stork, the Ringmaster, the circus elephants, and the circus animals. So let's have a look of this map. Now, this map is of America, but it is a map of the state Florida. And Florida is where Orlando is, where Disney World is, if you are into the Disney parks. So let's have a look. So here straight away we can see Dumbo and we can see Timothy Q. Mouse, and it says, with a great leap and a lot of courage, Dumbo finds himself flying, and Timothy Q. Mouse takes the young elephant under his wing and vows to help him. So let's have a look. So we've got at the top here, we've got Casey Jr. coming into town, and it says, Casey Jr., the train brings the circus to town, which is literally kind of what I just said without me even looking at it. Then we have the stork that brings Dumbo. And as we go further down the Florida state, we can see the Route 61 and Route 75. And it says, after Dumbo makes an elephant-sized mistake, he is told to dress as a baby clown. So as we see in that famous scene with the circus where the clowns come in trying to put out the fire, and you can see the circus there at the bottom, and we can see all the circus animals, and we can see the circus elephants. So there isn't really much in this map, just kind of this little bit, and also there isn't many characters in Dumbo, so I can understand that as well. But yeah, it's just literally the state of Florida in America. Okay, well, let's get on to the next film. Hopefully you are enjoying this video and seeing these different maps, and like I say, we're going to be going through all the different maps during the 25 days of Christmas Advent Calendar. Well, let's get on with Pinocchio. So Geppetto seems content with his simple life, toiling away in his wood carving workshop with pets for company. He makes a wooden figure that he names Pinocchio, and before falling asleep wishes that the puppet becomes a real boy. Then during the night, the blue fairy visits the workshop and brings Pinocchio to life. And again, that finished off with the with the rest of the story. And let's get on with the characters. So we've got Pinocchio, Geppetto, the Blue Fairy, Jiminy Cricket, Lampwick, Stromboli, Honest John, Gideon, the Coachman, Cleo, Figaro, and Monstro. So there's quite a few characters in this one compared to Dumbo. So we've got quite a wide viewing on this map. So let's start up here in the village. So Geppetto's workshop is full of paint, music, boxes, puppets, and musical instruments. And Pinocchio's village is a quaint, sleepy place with magic lying in wait. And we can see Geppetto, Cleo, and Figaro there. We'll go up to the Blue Fairy, and here we can see a boat. And it says, when Pinocchio lies to the Blue Fairy about why he isn't at school, his nose grows so long that it sprouts leaves. And then we get to Pleasure Island, which is where the coachman and Lampwick are. And it says the boys brought to Pleasure Island are transformed into donkeys, and that's why you can see Lampwick is starting to turn into a donkey. And here we've got a kind of circusy look with Stromboli, and we've read that bit, and we can see Gideon, Honest John, Jiminy Cricket, and Pinocchio with them trying to take him away. And we've also got Monstro, of course, is a big whale, so it's going to be in the water, and says Pinocchio comes up with a clever plan to escape the whale's belly. So we've got quite a lot of detail in this map. Hopefully you can get a good view of it. If you are liking this book, go out and get it. There is quite a lot of detail, and it's just nice to have a look in as well. Okay, so Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, I did a read along for this story, so I won't read the story out to you like the others I have done. But at the end of the video, I will put a link to the read along, and you can click on that and you can listen to me reading the story. So let's see what characters we've got. Now there's going to be quite a few because of the Seven Dwarfs. So we've got Snow White, the Queen, Grumpy, Dopey, Doc, Sneezy, Happy, Bashful, Sleepy, the Prince, the Magic Mirror, the Huntsman, and the Evil Queen as the Witch. So let's have a look at this map. Okay, so we'll start up here with, went a bit too far, with the castle. So in her dungeon lair, the queen makes a poison apple and transforms herself into an old hag. And that's where we see the witch there, but we'll go round this way first, and you can see the magic mirror. The huntsman in the forest. So the queen orders the huntsman to take Snow White to the forest and kill her, but the huntsman urges her to run away, and we can see the scary bit of the forest where we can see the trees having eyes and looking spooky. But then we get to the nice bit of the forest. So the Seven Dwarfs live peacefully in a modest cottage in the woods. One day they discover Snow White upstairs. And then we've got the mine where the dwarfs work, and them dancing and playing their musical instruments. And as we can see, we'll go up here first. So then we've got the kind and hard-working dwarfs toil in a mine, harvesting beautiful gems. As we can see the prince there with his castle on his horse, and we can see the wicked witch falling to her, or about to fall to her death. And then we've got the coffin as well. So when Snow White falls victim to the Queen's sleeping curse, the dwarfs place her in a coffin made of glass and gold. So again, this has got quite a lot of detail to it, showing you the different aspects of the film. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I have to be careful here. Right. So we've got the Jungle Book, another read along that I have done, and again I'll put this one at the end of the video as well for you to listen to or to read along with me. So I will not do the story, but we'll look at the characters. So we've got Mowgli, Baloo, Bagheera, Kaa, Shere Khan, King Louie, Rama, the girl, which is Shanti. We've got Colonel Hearty, Baby Elephant, and the vultures. So let's have a look at this map. So we're in the jungle of India. So where shall we start? Let's start off over here. So Kaa the snake hypnotizes young Mowgli and almost has him for dinner. And we can see Shere Khan, Kaa. We've got Rama here. And it says the wolf elders meet here and decide for everyone's safety. Mowgli must be sent to the man village. So we can see the baby cubs there. And we can see the basket which we see Mowgli at the beginning of the film in. We've got up here the vultures that help Mowgli. So with the help of the vultures, Mowgli and Baloo defeat Shere Khan. We've got King Louie in the ruined city, and it says the monkeys kidnap Mowgli and take him to see King Louie. We got Colonel Hearty and the baby elephant, and at the end, so on his way to the man village, Mowgli is drawn to Baloo's easy-going lifestyle, the bare necessities, and we got the river here, and then Shanti in the man village. So just give you a kind of, so you can see the whole map. Okay, so let's go. Right, so now I've got to find, what page was it? 46, not that I'm going to be able to see. Because there's ones in between that we're going to do in other videos. Just gives you a longer look to see the... Oh no, that's the one I want. Okay, so Alice in Wonderland. So, while sitting on the riverbank on a warm day, a girl named Alice spots a white rabbit in a waistcoat. She follows him down a rabbit hole and enters a strange wonderland where there are talking doors, drinks to make you shrink, and biscuits to make you grow. After adjusting her size to fit through a talking door, Alice finds herself bobbing along on a sea of her own tears in a glass bottle. So that carries on with the rest of the story, and let's find out the characters in Alice in Wonderland. And there's quite a few in this one as well. So we've got Alice, White Rabbit, Cheshire Cat, Caterpillar, Queen of Hearts, King of Hearts, Mad Hatter, March Hare, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, playing cards, doorknob, flowers, and Dina. So let's go and see this map. So we'll start off over here with Dina. So this is where she goes down and into Wonderland. So Alice briefly relaxes in a rocking chair after she falls down the rabbit hole. Then we go along and we can see Doorknob, we can see White Rabbit, we can see Alice, we can see Tweedledum and Tweedledee. The flowers, we get to Caterpillar. In Wonderland, unbirthdays are celebrated with tea, cake and merriment. Cheshire Cat in the tree. Alice is delighted to find a cat perched in a tree, but his confusing directions don't help her very much. then that leads us to the Queen. I can't talk today. The King of Hearts and the Queen of Hearts. The Queen of Hearts puts Alice on trial. Faced with beheading, will Alice escape? And we've got a maze, and we've got the cottage. So it again shows you all the different things that happen in the film. And that is the end of this part of the video. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at those maps, and if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like. You can also subscribe and hit that bell to make sure you don't miss out on any other content that I upload, including the rest of the videos of the Advent Calendar, 25 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar that I'm doing. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Disney Collector 92. Well, again, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and hopefully I see you in the next one. Okay then, bye.